What is going on, everybody? I am your oh so glorious and beloved MaceValor here today with my heterosexual life partner. Take it away.
Yo, what's up, good? What's good, everybody? Yo, you already know who this is. It's old Tim, aka Birdman, aka fucking Dickie Simpkins in the house. Bitches, what's up with it?
Oh my dude. Alright, I gotta start things off. I don't know if you even seen some of the shit that I post, but I love being a dad. It's got a wonderful, awesome feeling. Then sometimes I fucking hate it. So I come in here the other night, I'm like, oh, there's an update for this game that I really like. I haven't played this game in months. I'm gonna live stream me playing this new update. You know? I wanna check it out. And I come to the desk, I get everything set up, and I go to move my watch. And as I move my watch, I can't move it. Michael, in his infinite fucking 10-year-old wisdom, thought that it would be a good fucking idea. Don't talk about the fuck. Dude, he super glued my watch to my desk. In what universe is that okay?
Look, in the mind, because Michael's what, 10, 11?
He's 11. Yeah, 11.
He's 11, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what his deal was, but he thought that it was going to be a fun prank.
That made no sense.
Oh my god. So
yo, super glue on a man's watch. Nah, that ain't a fun prank.
Like super glue, like right, we all know about the damn watch. Everyone knows about the damn watch. I just thought that shit was funnier and all hell. Like, on one hand, it's like, I'm pissed because you super glued my desk to my watch. But then again, I'm impressed. Like what neuro pattern is going on in your head? Like, what is firing off to make you think that that's a good fucking idea? You know what I mean? Like, oh
yeah, trust me, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, I don't know, none of that make like when I saw the video, I was like, okay, what's the fuck going on? And then I saw you trying to pull the watch up. I was like, wait, what is going on? And then you grabbed the sleeping glove. I was like, oh hell no.
I was trying to.
I was choking the shit out of that dude.
Oh my! I was not happy, man. But at the same time, it was like so bizarrely random. It was really hard to kind of keep a straight face. It's like, yeah, I'm pissed, but like, what, dude? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, where did this come from? Like, and I'm telling you, it's like these fucking shitty YouTubers that these kids watch. I don't know if you follow, like, know with what your kids are watching on a daily basis, but I try to keep like involvement with it, and some of the shit that these kids watch, it's like, oh my god, what the fuck even is this content? Like, my 4-year-old watches this dude Blippi, right? And all praise be to Blippi. Like, we all love Blippi because he keeps our he keeps our kid chill.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But Blippi, man, has got his own issues, man. Like, this guy, he does one take. He'll go out to, like, some fucking park with some toys and, like, oh, hey, guys, today we're going to learn about colors. But, like, he's, like, tripping over... Oh, my God. Michael. Okay. Do not... Michael. I've explained to you... And you just stand here as if nothing's wrong. I told you, when I start my show, I can't have you barging in here. Get what you need to get, and then leave and do not open the door again. Thank you. Oh my god. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. It's like I told him before I even started, hey, I'm going to be doing my podcast. Don't open the door. 5 minutes officially in from the get-go. Don't you just love children? I love children. They make me... I can't wait till this pandemic is over with and these kids going back to school, man.
Just get yourself a gun. As soon as somebody open the door, cock that bitch. Just cock that shit real quick. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers gonna scream. I don't fuck who with this.
I don't know about.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody come in there, you crack a gun real quick, cock that bitch.
You want me to pistol whip my 11-year-old?
Cock that bitch.
Oh my god.
Dude, hey, ain't nobody above an ass whooping. I don't give a fuck if it's a kid. I don't give a fuck if it's an infant. I don't give a fuck if it's the elderly. I don't give a fuck if it's motherfucking people that just motherfuckers. Ain't nobody above an ass whooping. Whoop that motherfucker ass. I mean, not whoop him like with a belt, nothing. I'm talking about uppercuts. I'm talking about elbows. I'm talking about motherfucking body slams. I'm talking about grab a metal chair like it's WWE and rock that motherfucker. That's what I'm talking about. Hit that motherfucker with the RKO.
All right. So here's the thing. So today we got a lot of interesting stuff in store for the show. I want to get some housekeeping stuff out of the way. If you enjoy the content that we're doing, please leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Definitely leave a review if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, or Spotify, wherever you decide to find this podcast. Thank you so much. Leave a review for us. We would really very much appreciate that. And also, this episode is brought to you by Shelter, by myself. I will put the links down below. Post-apocalyptic novel goodness for your enjoyment. So there's that housekeeping crap out the way. Anything news or noteworthy before we kick things off, Tim?
What's news and noteworthy is what the fuck? Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Fuck out of here. Sorry. God damn it.
See, this is what happens.
All right, by the way.
But we have no privacy, none of us. Which is fine.
It's all good. No, Michael ran in there. It's good. He had super with his wife.
Wait, hold on. Hold the fuck on. Tim, what is that in the background? What the hell?
Where?
You have this massive collection of empty bottles, man.
Dude, you already know how the fuck that rocket, baby. You already, and I threw a bunch of them away.
Oh my god, dude.
Come on. Hey, first of all, you already know. You remember the government housing over there on what the fuck? What's that street? Sprite, Sprite and Coke, motherfucker. I don't fucking remember. But
Sprite,
you remember the fucking house over there with those bottles all over the damn place?
Oh, like Caffeine Street?
That is a very small. No. When I was living on Post. Oh, you never came to the house on Post.
Never came to the house on Post. I can tell you this though. We definitely need to talk about trap houses because that's something from our illustrious history. That it kind of sediments who we are today as having lived in these places. And the trap house off Caffeine Street. Oh my god! All right, so you remember that there were holes in the wall. You remember that, right?
Because we put them there.
Right. So there were some holes in the wall. Bree decided to.
There's some holes in the wall. Holes in the wall. I'm sorry.
So we took the door off of the hinges and we used that for beer pong. That was our beer pong table, was the door. Well, the door ended up getting destroyed. So Bree decided to fix it with duct tape and Bud Light boxes. So it was half door, half beer bottle boxes.
She was the genius innovator that we had.
And then Kenny asked me, like, hey, do you know how to fix the holes in the wall? And I told him, I could fix the holes in the wall. Like, I know how to do that, the drywall holes. And I tried to explain to him kind of how I would do it. You got to cut a square out, and then you have to put support backing and all these different, like, handyman terms or whatever, right? And so, for whatever, I think I was home on leave or something at the time. So when I came back to the house off Caffeine Street, there was some good-sized holes that need to be patched in the wall. But for whatever reason, in fucking Kenny's infinite wisdom, he decided I'm going to take off all the drywall and leave just the studs. And I walk into the house, and the wall, it's just covered with sheets. And I start opening it up, and it's just the bare, raw wall. And I'm like, Kenny, what the fuck is this? And he's like, I was getting the wall set up so that you could put new drywall on. And I'm like, this is a little bit more than a patch, dude. Like this now, you just made like it's gonna cost like at least $500-$600 to fix this fucking wall now. You know.
Well, listen. Let me explain
minimum.
why he did that though.
It's a fucking dumbass.
Let me explain why.
Yes,
he
let's
did
hear
that,
it.
though.
Let's hear it.
Okay. This is the reason why he did it. Okay, so before that, your glorious trip back home, back to wonderful Watertown. What had happened was we had a little gathering, and I say little gathering. There's probably only 10 of us there, and
only 10 of us.
Yeah.
Fucking add a zero to that, make it a little more accurate.
Okay, there might have been 30. But anyways, so I, was on one of my little
benders,
trips, my little escapades. Yeah, and I had drank, I think, 5 Four Locos at that time, and was working on my 6th. And for those who don't know what Four Locos is like, okay, let me put it like this. Drink a couple of Four Locos, you turn into the Kool-Aid man because you're going through everything. As soon as somebody says, "Oh yeah," here you come through the motherfucking walls and shit. Four Locos is liquid cocaine. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's liquid cocaine. You drunk as shit. You ready to fuck up everything. You'll fight a crackhead. You'll fight Thanos. You'll fight Satan. You'll fight anybody. Well, I was 5 in, working on my 6th, and Kenny had said something. I don't remember what he said. He said something to me. And I, kind of made a comment back to him. And I think it was Bree. She stood up. And when she stood up, she was standing by the wall. And I knew she was joking, but I don't know why. But I kind of got mad. And I threw a punch. And when I threw the punch, I wasn't trying to hit her. That wasn't anything. She didn't move. Good thing. Because she'd have moved to the left, her head would have been through the wall. But I punched straight through the wall. I punched right past her, like you can see her hair. Like I punched so hard, so fast, you can see her hair move on the right side of her head. So I punched through that wall and hit the other wall behind it. And so Kenny was like, "What the fuck?" And so my arm was stuck in there. Well, I couldn't get it out. And so I just punched another hole with my right hand. And I just kept punching until I made a nice little. And so then we just started punching and kicking the wall and shit. And then I punched it again and it started coming down. So I ripped like the top part off. And he's like, "Fuck it, just take the rest of it off." So we just took the rest of it off. So that's what happened. So that's my fault. Sorry.
Why does that not surprise me? It was definitely like it was one of those places where anybody and everybody showed up at that house. Like the colorful cast of characters that came in and out of that bitch. One distinctive thing I remember was Bree's fucking nasty ass feet. Because she would walk around everywhere fucking barefoot.
Looking like motherfucking Fred Flintstone.
Yeah,
God
right?
Dang. She looked like she was walking on a hotbed of coals.
That's definitely something else, man.
Like she was just sitting on a hotbed of coals like she was sitting on the motherfucking pier. Sitting on the dock of the bay. Like she was out there just motherfucking had her toes dipping in the motherfucking lake and shit. Get the fuck out of here. God damn.
Her man feet. Yes, her man feet, man.
Yeah, she had some Sasquatch feet.
I'm telling you, man, like, that was an interesting time.
And she had hair on her knuckles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she had hair on her knuckles, too.
She had that Neanderthal DNA, probably. See, I don't think she's even going to listen to the podcast, so say whatever you want. So.
Even if you do listen to a bridge, you know I love you, girl. You know I love you.
Oh, of course we do. We clown because we care, so.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so check.
Shit.
What?
Speaking of clowning, right?
Okay, hit me.
So, check it out. So, I was talking to a buddy of mine. He still stays up there in Watertown. And guess who he said he ran into last week?
Someone we know.
Yes.
What, Tish?
He ran into that. No, he ran into that guy. You remember going to war on Facebook?
Oh, that. Okay. All right. That embarrassing.
He ran into that guy.
That embarrassing night.
Same house.
Well, that whole town stands still as far as time is concerned. So everyone, it's preserved.
It's a fucking asshole part of America. That's what it is. That fucker is like a fucking vacuum, a black hole. When I say black hole, I mean asshole.
All right, so kind of getting off the rails. So, couple big things that we definitely wanted to talk about this week. Things I wanted to talk about last week, but you know, we kind of got off the rails last time as well. But we definitely, this is supposed to be the OnlyFans episode, right? This is the OnlyFans episode where I kind of wanted to break down a little bit of things about OnlyFans that people may and or may not know. For those of you that do not know what OnlyFans is, it's a place where people can go to support their favorite content creator and get exclusive posts, pictures, and videos from that member, that content creator. However, and it's not widely pushed out this way. That's what OnlyFans was designed for. But here's what it's been utilized as. Okay, it's very simple. Sex work. The sex work industry. We're talking cam stars and stuff like that. Or cam whores, whatever you want to refer to them as, have flocked to OnlyFans as a way to facilitate their revenue streams. So it's similar to like Patreon, where it's support your favorite content creator, but more so to the point where getting sexual pictures back. That's essentially what the goal was initially. But then OnlyFans kind of blew up because a lot of these girls were making shit tons of money. Good old Belle Delphine with her gamer girl bathwater. We kind of know about that entrepreneurial endeavor. And I have nothing against sex work or anything, but it is interesting how to see how a website kind of designed for sex workers has then been hijacked by celebrities that are making millions upon millions of dollars in their very first month, and they're posting a picture of them like waving or whatever dumb shit, right? And that's the power of the celebrity to go into an industry that they have nothing to do with, completely uproot it with a minimal effort, period. That I find to be very fascinating. So a lot of these girls that were on OnlyFans doing all of their nude pictures and stuff, now they have real competition, all right? Because if someone can charge $30 a month to subscribe to their OnlyFans, and it's a picture of them fully clothed, smiling, and it's nothing, and that's the only content that's given that month, think about it, man. Like, these girls are now having to fight tooth and nail. Well, I'm showing everything. I'm showing all of my being and doing some of the most disgusting, depraved shit for these people to give me money. Now the bar has fucking been raised. Like what the hell is going on, right?
No, I agree.
And so some of the people that have come over aren't the smartest fucking people in the world. So you had Tana Mojo or Tana Manga or whatever the fuck her name is. You know who Tana is, right? From YouTube fame. So Tana is married to Jake Paul. They're not really married, because people did some digging. No one could find proof that they actually got married. It's kind of like it's reality TV married, where it's for the sake of the narrative, the sake of the show, to kind of make both people more popular. Both parties get married, quote unquote, and then eventually they'll split up or whatever, right?
Right.
It's an imaginary relationship for the masses to be entertained. So Tana,
kind of like military marriages.
Yeah, yes, pretty much. So Tana gets on OnlyFans and alludes to there being nude content, but never says that there will or won't be, but very strongly alludes to it. So people pay for this content,
right,
and then they never get any nudes or anything, and then people are like, hey, what the hell? And she's like, well, I never said I was going to show my titties. It's like, okay, all right, here we go. So that's what we get to witness now. We get to witness the people that have inserted themselves, the celebrities and influencers that have inserted themselves into this industry, destabilized it. Mm-hmm. And then what people are expect people on OnlyFans that pay money for this shit. They expect nudes. That's always been the expectation of being on this site. So when you have these people come in, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna see this celebrity naked. That's great. I'll pay money for that. But you don't get anything in return. It's like, where are the titties, man? Show me your butthole. Like, what the fuck is going on, right? You don't have any of that. So that destabilizes.
Man, going from titties to butthole.
Oh yeah. So it's and so people are like, dude, what the fuck? Why are these people even going to be on this? And then you have these other people that do not even borderline illegal shit, like hardcore illegal shit. So let me. This is essentially what I want to kind of push it towards. There's this YouTuber, this chick, what's her name? Gabi something. She has an OnlyFans, right?
That's a weird last name. What
I don't know.
Family?
Oh my God. I have it pulled up somewhere. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me see. Gabi DeMartino. Anyway, check out. This is what
you probably just left it at something.
Yeah, did you hear what this chick did? I don't know if you're aware of this, Tim.
I'm definitely not aware of it.
Okay, so let me break this crazy entrapment down for you. So Gabi has an OnlyFans, right? She's got millions of fans on like Instagram and YouTube. She's very prevalent on other social media sites. So she has an OnlyFans. You have to pay X number of dollars to be on her OnlyFans. But she can also lock posts. So let's say you are subscribed to her, right? You spend $20 a month to be subscribed to this girl. Well, you're scrolling through OnlyFans, and it's like, oh, she posted a new video. That's cool. It costs $3. I have to pay $3 to unlock this extra video, and it's something titled like, oh, I won't keep my panties on, or some shit. So people pay to unlock this video. It's a video of when she was like 8 or 9 years old. A naked video of this girl when she was a child. And people lose their fucking minds. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's very blatant overall. Everyone's perception of what this is. It's illegal child pornography, right? It doesn't matter that it is a video of her when she was a kid. The fact that she uploaded it then makes her distributing child pornography, you know, because that's a big no-no. You're not supposed to do that, fucking obviously. But she's under the impression like, it's a video of me. This is a video of myself, so I'm okay showing this. It's like, I don't give a fuck if you're okay with showing it. At the end of the day, it's still a naked child. You shouldn't be showing that to fucking anybody, okay? And and here's the thing that gets me is nothing happens to these fucking people. Someone like her, she should be prosecuted under the law. But she's probably going to get away with this scot-free because the whole, what is it? It's like, well, the justification's like, well, it's a video of myself. It's a video of me. And it's like, that doesn't work because there have been people that have been underage that, you know what you do when you're in high school, 16, 17, you get a boyfriend or girlfriend and you start sending pictures back and forth. If you're a minor and you're sexting and you send a picture of yourself, you're still sending child porn. You're not allowed to take a picture of yourself like that. And there are kids that have now become sex offenders because of it, for sending a picture of themselves to their significant other. But, one thing led to one thing to another and they got caught. And it's like, that's the world that we live in, is that people don't realize that shit's not okay. That the fact that this bitch thought that it'd be perfectly fine to fucking... Huh?
Oh, sorry, that's my phone. I plugged it in. It says time to power up.
Oh. Anyway, that's something I want to talk about. This stupid bitch. And here's the thing. She did the weird forward pedaling, back pedaling bullshit where at first she kind of made it seem like, oh, it's not a big deal at all. It's not a big deal whatsoever. And then eventually enough people were hating on her to where, just like anyone does when they're getting canceled, they she came forward and was like, you know what? It was wrong. I can't believe I didn't realize it before. It's like, yeah, change your tune because you realize how fucking stupid you were.
Well, that's what gets me about a lot of this stuff, man. I mean, some of the stuff you can do on there is just like, I mean, because, looking at it and researching everything, people are getting paid for some of the weirdest shit. But you know what? People were going out finding people just to do this stuff and paying them. Now they can just sit at home and subscribe to somebody's video and do the same thing. Like, I mean, we're talking about anything from posting pictures of their feet, people just posting pictures of them smiling, or just sending messages. Hell, I was looking at this. They even have channels on here or posts on here where people they're posting videos of them cooking. You don't even do anything. And it's like, what the fuck is this shit? And then, like you're talking about, the whole posting naked pictures, and like I said, if somebody just kept looking through, they're like, what the hell? Why are people posting? Why is she posting a video of a naked baby? Yeah, that's just, whatever. Because how was she? How old did she say she was in that video?
I think she was like 8 or 9. It was like old home footage of when she was a kid,
First of all, why would you want to post that anyways?
Yeah, right? But I guess her...
That's kind of my question. Like,
she had some weird fucked up, so her thing was, to me, it's something that's very funny, and it's something that I would share to my close circle of friends. And my OnlyFans, I treat that like my close circle of friends. You treat that like your close circle of friends, but you have to have people subscribe, and then on top of it, and to see that post, they have to pay even more money. But that's your close circle of friends. That doesn't make any fucking sense. These bitches are money grubbing. That's what she's doing. It's very fucking. It's fucking blatant, man. It's fine if you're gonna go out and be a whore. Embrace it. I don't mind it. Who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? That's what we live in. We live in 2020. Well, it's perfectly fine if a woman wants to go out and do these sexual things. Own the shit. Don't make it seem like, oh, these are my friends. These are my close circle of friends. No, they're not. These are people that have dollars that you can utilize.
Yes.
The fact that they want to spend their fucking money on you because you're a sex worker. On OnlyFans is the perception. You may not originally be one. Yeah, go.
Yeah, to me, it's no different. Like this version, everything's going on with the OnlyFans. It's no different than if a chick wants to be a prostitute. It's no different if a chick wants to be a stripper. At the end of the day, you're still exploiting yourself. You know what I'm saying? Now, this may be a safer environment for them to do it, which, I mean, it to each his own. It is what it is. But, I mean, I don't know. It's confusing as hell to me because, I think what's confusing to me is the money aspect of this. Because you got some of this stuff on here. You got people there. Some are making upwards of $20,000-$30,000 a week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sex is a huge thing, man.
Yo. Maybe we in the wrong business, man. Maybe we need to start our own little business like that.
And let me insert myself right here.
Hey, I'll be a virtual pimp, man. If that's what it takes, man, let's do it, man. Let's rock this Bama. Let's go. Let's own it.
So for those of you that need some encouragement, to check out our Patreon, patreon.com/RTMT podcast. We have bonus episodes and bonus footage and stuff of the podcast, behind the scenes, all sorts of fun stuff. Recently, we just uploaded one from that where we talked about OnlyFans, and there was a interesting proposal from someone close to the show. I think you guys would love it. You guys should check it out. But yes, that's some encouragement for you guys to get on that.
Yeah. That's some funny shit.
Yeah, it was some funny shit, especially your reaction. Oh, I swear to God, I will rip your face off. Tim was not too happy
Well,
about
sometimes you
about
gotta
that.
go. Sometimes you gotta go to. Sometimes you gotta throw out that whole ripping the face off. Proposal because sometimes people get a little crazy. So sometimes you just gotta say, you know what, I'm just gonna rip your face off. How about that? How about you just end the conversation with, I'm gonna rip your face off? How about that? That's all I'm saying. So go check it out.
Dude, all right. This week, man, I have been so out of it. I really have. I've been
you weren't feeling good there for a while, weren't you?
I wasn't feeling good yesterday. I slept most of yesterday. I fucking slept most of today too. My sleep schedule's all jacked up. So it kind of is what it is.
But you want to talk about sleep schedules? Do you really want to talk about sleep schedules?
All right. So what's up with let's all right. I'm ready. Cry me a river. Let's hear it.
First of all, don't talk about no motherfucking sleep schedule. Damn it. All right? My fucking sleep schedule has been fucked up since 2004 when I joined the fucking military.
Yeah, because he has like nightmares of people exploding and shit. I don't know, man.
And see, now it's
world's smallest violin right here.
Oh, suck one. Anyways, one thing is this: is like it sucks because after you deal with that shit, it is what it is. Yeah, deal with nightmares, whatever, blase, circle jerk, whatever. But what really pisses me off is if I wake up for any reason. That's what pisses me off. Because if I wake up for any reason, I can't go back to sleep.
Yep. I know how that is. I'll be perfect.
I can't even take naps during the day. Like, I'll get tired. I'll be sitting in my chair, working on my iPad or the computer, doing schoolwork, doing whatever, working on my other podcast, and I'll be nodding off. Fuck. I'm gonna lay down on the couch, maybe catch an hour of sleep or something like that. I go sit on the couch and I'm wide awake once again. I'm like, what the fuck? I can't sleep in the chair because then my back's all fucked up because it's all fucked up anyway. So therefore, now I'm walking around like I'm fucking 97 years old, walking towards the fucking angel of death, talking about take me now, motherfucker. Like shit. Let me think of being an angel of death for a little while.
I didn't think I would feel this fucking decrepit at 30. Okay, I don't remember how old you are. What, 50 something now? I don't even know.
Wow, 42, bitch.
No, but like seriously,
I'll be 43 January.
I feel like everything is just fucking falling apart. So God, and a big part of that is the shit that we had to do in the military. Because I know people that have been civilians their whole life up until they're my age, and they don't feel as broken. You know what I mean? Their joints aren't as fucked up. They're able to get sleep at night. They don't have kids either. There's also that. So definitely having kids increases how quickly you age.
Oh, man. That you can, but I hear people talking about, well, I don't ever sleep. I can hardly ever sleep because my kids are always up. And they wake up and they come in, mommy, daddy, and they want to do this. They want to look, man. There's a simple fix for that. They call NyQuil ice pops. What you do is you take some NyQuil, put it, put a little stick in it, put it in the freezer, let that sucker freeze, and you give it to your kids. They thinking it's a pop, a little freaking pop thing. They suck on that for a little while. They say no, they out for at least 4, 5, 6, maybe a couple of days. I don't know.
I mean, that would probably be a first for CPS. So that's interesting.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, don't do.
I mean, it's not like,
don't do that. Don't.
I'm not recommending. I just said I've heard about it. I heard about it. They were doing that in Germany. They was giving them NyQuil pops.
NyQuil pops.
And and gummies. And cupcakes.
Oh, you're so wild, dude.
They were taking them to the freaking what is it, the coffee shop? Because the coffee shops are the weed shops over there, right?
I don't remember,
Like in
something like
Amsterdam
that.
and shit.
Yeah. Oh, if you want coffee, you go to a cafe. If you want weed, you go to a coffee house.
Right, right.
So we touched on OnlyFans. Really wanted to.
That type of shit.
I really wanted to go down the rabbit hole on that, but that's kind of as far as we were supposed to have a guest that we had lined up, but I guess it didn't work out. I don't really know, but we had a guest, someone that had been on OnlyFans as a content creator, and we wanted to hear a little bit about them and what it was like being on the inside, but that's not happening. So obviously it's not happening.
You know what? You know what I'm thinking about doing?
What?
I'm thinking about creating my own OnlyFans.
Why?
Okay? And here's what I'm gonna do on that. I'm just gonna post videos of me mean mugging. I ain't gonna say shit. I ain't gonna do shit. I'm just gonna sit in a motherfucking chair and just look.
So that's what people get to pay money for. Is they get to pay $10 a month to look at this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking about doing that. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Fuck that. Even if I make $5.
That's a really bizarre fetish.
I'm just saying. You just have, because you know what? Maybe somebody be like, oh, you know what? I don't have the look to give my kids or my significant other when I just got that. What the fuck you say attitude? They can pull up my OnlyFans and they can just put the iPad or the computer right in front of them and be like, and that's what I'm gonna do. And every once in a while I might say, the fuck you say? That'd be the only thing I do. The whole fucking time.
Okay.
Are you hearing shit over there, man? What's going on?
Yeah. I thought I heard something out there. Anyway, don't matter. Oh.
You alright, man?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You have a flashback or something?
Yeah, no, I'm just like I told you earlier, man. I'm tired as hell lately, and I know I really shouldn't be because all I've been doing is sleeping. But fuck, like I don't feel sick. I just feel physically, mentally exhausted. Yeah.
Well, you know what? That shit happens, dude, man. That's the part that sucks about being an adult, man. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing after another. Like, if I could go back to 10-year-old me, oh, shit. That was the life, man. I didn't have to worry about nothing. I can play video games. You know what I'm saying? I can chill. You know what I'm saying? I can say, like, really, really crazy shit, which I still do, but, then people didn't look at me like I was crazy. They're like, oh, boy, you silly. Like, now they be like, oh, shit. He might actually do that shit. He might actually rip somebody's face off. Like, I can say shit, crazy, off the wall shit. You didn't have to worry about no bill. You know what I'm saying?
Back when life was easy, like, back when life was simple.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, here's the thing. Hell so yeah. we touched on this a little bit in some of our bonus episodes. Mm-hmm. Check that out on patreon.com/RTMT podcast. I want to talk about schools, man, because I'm seeing this. There was this teacher, and I guess she was pissed off because people were protesting about the closures or whatever. And so she's in her car, and she sees the people protesting, so she gets out and starts, like, rolls down her window and starts screaming and yelling at these protesters. And she's like, well, I'm a teacher, and this stuff is really bad. Our jobs are so hard. And then she starts cursing at people and flipping them off. And it's like, that's not a very good way to bring people over to your side. You know what I mean? So there's that element.
Right.
But it's like, from my perception, make it rain. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Appreciate the dono for that right there. The thing that it gets me is from where I'm sitting as a parent. These teachers have the easiest fucking job in America right now because they don't have to do anything, right? Here's the thing. Being a teacher is a very thankless job. It's a very necessary job. Mm-hmm. And it's not the easiest job in the world. I will definitely say that. Patreon is a single $1 a month. You get access. And we're still uploading more and more episodes, more bonus content. You guys will see a lot of behind the scenes stuff. It's $1 a month. Check it out. Patreon.com/RTMT podcast. Anyway, yeah, where was I? Sorry, people wanted to know. Where the hell was I? What the hell was I talking? Yeah, teachers, man.
Thankless
they have the
job.
Dude, like I'll give like props where they're due, but they're not due anymore because of the fact that teachers aren't doing jack shit. Okay, let me give you a timeline from my perspective so you guys can feel and live my reality for a moment. Okay, COVID happened, right? I was in Washington. My son the time was going to school at Black Diamond. So it's like, okay, so we're closing the schools down. Kids aren't going to school. We're going to do this whole distance learning thing, right? So to go from public school to the K through 12 system, which is the online schooling system, and they have to make it up as they go along, and they start using Google Classrooms and like all these different Google free things that are out there to try to make up a digital classroom space. They tried. I got an alert just now, but I have no idea what for. It did not pop up. Sorry for that. Every time I was in high school, teachers would always bitch about that they don't make good money. Teachers have been and that's because of teachers' unions, which I'll go and touch on in just a minute. But teachers, they think that they're never getting enough. Anyway, so right. COVID happens, right? So Michael's teacher, she lives on a mountaintop or some shit. So in order for her to do anything as far as her school is related, she has to come down the mountain because her connection isn't very good. So she has to get a laptop and get everything set up at like some local cafe or something. Don't know the intricacies, but that's kind of the idea. So she comes down off the mountain from home to an area with better internet service and does her schooling stuff, right? And she would spend 40 minutes a week on Friday. She would come down the mountain, get all the kids together, talk about how their week was, and then that was it. All of their homework was optional. There was no actual teaching. There was never any lecture. There was never any, let's sit down in this digital classroom space and let me teach you math. Let me teach you different grammar rules and stuff like that. Let me teach you all this wonderful knowledge while you guys sit there, right? There was never any of that. She uploaded articles and videos and stuff. It's like, oh, here's your assignment. Do it if you want to. I don't really know. You don't have to, but that's what I'm thinking that you should do for the week. And I didn't want my kid to be on vacation, so even though it was pandemic, he still went and did his normal schedule. He went to bed at the same time he normally would, woke up at the same time he normally would, ate breakfast at the same. I kept some level of consistency in his world. So, and then I made him do all the work. But it was really difficult because not only am I having him do the work, I have to be the one to teach him because his teacher isn't teaching him. Flash forward, now he lives in Las Vegas, the CCSD school system. That's our district out here. The school system out here in Las Vegas, this whole distance learning thing, it's a catastrophe. It's a joke. The teachers don't teach anything. He has multiple teachers because he has multiple different classes, kind of like middle school, different periods and whatnot. So they don't sit and do like a long lecture. They get the kids together for like 10 minutes and per class, like to do attendance, and then they kind of go off and do whatever. Or they'll take the kids and have the kids group together to figure out the stuff together, but they don't even know because no one's explaining how to do these math problems. No one's explaining like these different like grammar rulings for English and stuff like that. They're not teaching the kids is the problem. They're getting the kids together, they're throwing an article or throwing a video at them, and then they just fucking sit back for the rest of the day. And it's like, you want to act like your job is so fucking hard? Your job isn't hard. Your job is actually far easier than it used to be. Think of it like this. A lot of teachers had to grade work, right? They don't have to sit and grade assignments anymore because everything's online. Everything's automated. So every time he puts one of his assignments in, the computer already knows the answer. There's already an answer key for the computer. So it can tell you immediately upon turning the assignment in what you got wrong and what you got right. There's no room for context. There's no room for, like, well, how did you get whatever answer you saw? Just blatantly, is the answer correct or incorrect, right? And the whole thing with math, it's all about how did you get the answer that you found. You know what I mean? But we don't have that anymore. It's just the correct answer, the wrong answer, no context. And that's the thing too, is that on the few assignments that he does turn in where he does show his work, because we as parents have to teach our kids these assignments because their teachers aren't teaching them. We teach them the way that we learned it, but the way we learned it is apparently incorrect. 5 times 5 is no longer 5 times 5. You have to do all this extra weird Common Core shit just to come up with the answer of 25. It's like 5 times 25. It's like, well, the answer's correct, but the way that you got there is incorrect. Therefore, the answer is incorrect. That doesn't make any sense. You have to do it this Common Core way that fucking takes 10 times longer than it normally does. What? How is that useful at all? But apparently the way that we learned is incorrect. So we should not be...
Yeah,
that which I don't get, man. It's like, so you're telling me that the way that I learn math and English and whatever, the way that I learned everything is incorrect. So if I teach my kid the way that I learn things so they can get the right answer, you're not going to count it because it's incorrect, right? But you, the teacher, are not going to teach the kid how to get the proper answer, because, well, if everything's automated and it's like, why don't you fucking teach? Why don't you fucking be a fucking teacher, all right? If you're a teacher, you need to fucking work. And here's the thing that gets me the most, is that they fucking bitch, moan, and complain about not getting enough money. They're doing a quarter of the fucking work, and they're still getting the same fucking salary that they did fucking before. That's the thing that gets me, is that these fucking teachers are like, they're just fucking taking advantage of taxpayer dollars. No problem. This is an extended vacation for them. It is super easy in 2020 to be a teacher because the level of accountability is no longer there. The level of action is not there anymore. Like this whole headache of having to deal with 30 kids per class or however many is gone because you just take attendance. You push out these articles and these videos, and then you don't actually do any of the teaching. You're a fucking glorified babysitter is what you are now, more so than anything, because you're not teaching these kids anything. You're just making sure you can get a head count for the state so that you can get your little cut of the taxes for your district. And that's the part that it's like, it infuriates me so fucking much, man.
No, I'm right there with you, man. I'm right there with you. Because, I mean, like you said, man, you sit there, you listen to these teachers, you're watching the kids on, do their work and stuff, and it's like, wait a minute, what are you doing? And like you said with the math thing, they do this new math, and it's like, they're telling you, and they're making you do all these steps. And I even watched a math teacher do this one time, where she had one of her students do the math the way that she taught him to do it, the way that the curriculum was telling them to teach it now, but then she did it the old way and got the exact same answer in shorter time. And it's like, what is this new math actually really doing? If anything, it confuses the kids more than the old math.
So the way, from my understanding, the way it's supposed to work is Common Core is supposed to teach kids how they got to their answer. It's less about the answer and more about how did they get there. Doesn't make any fucking sense
if you're talking about, like, I can understand that if you're talking about something that really requires critical thinking,
like calculus.
Math is complicated as it is, but math is very simple.
It's just it's a language. That's all that it is. You just have to understand. It's a different language. If you understand, because there are people that can look at a math problem and it's like reading a book to them. It's just second nature. They can come up with it because it is just a different language. And some kids just aren't able to decipher that language. they need a little bit of extra help. So with the way that they're teaching nowadays, they're not teaching to actually teach. You know, they're just, it's like, oh, we're going to throw out those assignments. The capable kids that can do it on their own, they'll be fine. But the ones that actually need the help from a teacher, what public school is kind of designed to do is to help the kids that actually need the fucking help. We're not going to give them a fucking hand at all. And God forbid they have a 504 plan or an IEP. Because of this whole COVID stuff, we don't have to adhere to those education plans the way that we had to before from a legal grounds, because we're not in a physical setting to where the IEPs or the 504 plans can be enacted properly. So kids that have learning disabilities, well, I guess they can go fuck themselves, right? I mean, that's the mindset that these guys have nowadays. And
well, like I said, it's just, I just think with the way the educational system is, it's all screwed. I mean, I just don't see how. Okay, case in point. You know, and we touched on this once before, but it's probably the single most topic that really just infuriates me, and that's this whole no child left behind thing. I think it's the dumbest thing that they've ever created. I think it does nothing but actually hurt kids, because the only thing you're doing is you're just passing them along. You know, you do their work. The teachers, basically the teachers or whoever, does the students' work. Even to the point where a child can go, and let's just talk high school level. A child can go, let's say semester starts in August, right?
Yeah.
So August to December is the first semester, right? You can get where these kids can sit there and they do no work in August, they do no work in September, they do no work in November. Here comes December, and the semester come around, and then all of a sudden they say, well, you know what? You know, you haven't turned any of this work in. I'll still give you full credit if you turn it all in. And it's like, what's the point of even having the school work? What's the point in giving deadlines? Because the deadlines don't truly matter. Which in turns, what does that do for a child when they get out in the real world and they're working a job? They don't understand the concept of deadline. They don't understand the concept of actually doing something and doing a job and saying, okay, I've been assigned this, I've got this amount of time to do it, I need to get it done, you know, and they never get it done. But they're given an opportunity to still go ahead and do something they should have done a long time ago, and they still get full credit for it.
Yeah, it's dog shit. I agree.
I mean, it just, to me, it makes no sense, because now you're just raising a generation that has no work ethic whatsoever.
Who the hell is this?
Don't understand the concept.
Someone just joined. Someone named Army Wife joined our Discord. Welcome to the program. That's awesome. I have no idea who the hell this person is, though. So usually I'm able assuming, to. I'm usually able to decipher who. Oh, I guess. Oh, what a horrible nickname.
That horrible nickname, really. That's jackass.
Army Wife. Come on, man. You're out of the service, dude. You need that reminder. Bye-bye.
Yeah,
all right, so let me kind of dial things back a little, try to recalibrate my brain, right? The thing is that I was a part of that whole No Child Left Behind thing. And that was the whole thing about standardized testing, right? Is that we're gonna get kids to memorize shit. We're not gonna actually teach them. We're gonna get them to memorize things. And that's the problem with standardized testing, right? The thing that is beneficial about standardized testing, it works in mass, okay? You have hundreds of thousands of students. You got millions of kids all across the country, right? What is the easiest way to get these kids involved? And the easiest way to get them involved and across the board to kind of streamline everything, standardized testing, just run the Scantrons through a machine. That's the easiest, fastest, most efficient way to kind of grade these kids. And the downside of it is that you take away context, you take away nuance. We don't understand how kids were able to come up with the answers that they did. We just know that they got the answer right or wrong. We can't really see where they're learning, what their deficiencies are. There's no way of deciphering that through standardized testing. So standardized testing, I've always felt, is completely, absolutely dog shit. I understand why we have it. It makes sense why we have it, but it just doesn't fucking work because we're not promoting true education. We're not really teaching people anything. We're just teaching kids to memorize equations. We're teaching kids to kind of memorize a subsection of rules and to adopt those rulings into how they decipher either reading or writing or mathematics or we're memorizing different key points of history without the context behind why history played out the way that it did. Just memorize these key points for the test. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not really teaching people, all right? We should foster, our education system should foster learning. It should foster going out and seeing what clicks for an individual student. What way do they learn, And with emerging technologies, we're seeing that kids learn in very different ways, right? So, for example, Michael just doesn't understand math. Math is very difficult for him when it's just the written context of what math is. When you read down, when you have the math problem right in front of you, that written language is hard for Michael to decipher. However, if you throw him into a game of Minecraft, he understands multiplication, division. He understands all of that stuff intuitively because it's built into how he plays the video game. So when he plays the game, he understands he needs so many blocks for this, so many blocks for that. Or, I want to create this item, so I need this many of this item. And it just comes up to him, right? If I want 10 of this piece of item, that means I need this crafting item, this crafting item, this crafting item that I can find in this location. I need this number of that. And it just works for him because it's written in a language that he can understand because he's invested in this video game.
Right.
In order to be more invested in the game and learn the game more efficiently, he's taken mathematical principles of counting and multiplication and addition and subtraction to kind of understand that particular language. He put it with his game, and now the two are married in one. So under that context, he's brilliant. Math is intuitive for him because it's done in a context that has fostered a benefit. He benefits from playing the game by understanding math more. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that should be our thing. We should use video games to teach kids. No, I'm not saying that's what we should do. But for me, I grew up playing role-playing games. I loved a good story. I like to read a good story. So being able to interactively play a video game and to be able to go on this journey with these heroes, and there wasn't a whole lot of voice acting back in the day, so it was all text on screen. It helped me learn how to read a lot more because I was invested in the context. Not saying that that's what we should do moving forward, that we should have video games be the way that we teach people. It's just a window. It's just showing you guys that different people learn different ways, and through emerging technologies, that's one way that we've encouraged learning in people, is by giving them some form of incentive. We're not given any incentive in school other than memorize this or you will fail. Memorize this or you will fucking just not go anywhere in life. And that's kind of like we're all prepared and indoctrinated very early on that you go to school, you get good grades, and then you go to college. You go to college, one of two things happens. It's either you go to college because you're a really good athlete or because you're really smart. If you're somewhere in between, you're fucked. You can go work at like Burger King or some shit, and that will be your only lot in life. Like we're designed to think that having a job is such a bad thing right out of school, right? We're designed to think it's like, if you go into the workforce after high school, then you're an inherent failure. If you have a blue collar job, you're a failure. You have to go to college. You have to do this, that, and the other. Is college even fucking necessary anymore? I mean, let's be fucking real, man. I went to college. I don't use my college degree for anything. I know you have a different story. I mean, obviously you utilize your degree pretty much to its fullest with the whole sports psychology, right?
Well, actually, my degree is in communications. It's just a broad communications degree. And I did it for that reason because I could use it anywhere. You know, having a communications degree, there's so many different jobs you can get just from that, and you can work in any field. So you can kind of just say, you know what, I'm not 100% sure what I really want to do, but by going to a job interview and they're like, oh, you got a degree in communications. Oh wow, you know, they stick anywhere. You know, so
that's what I went to school for, was communications as well.
Okay, so I mean, for me, yeah, it helped out. I mean, I guess I don't remember what I learned in it, so I mean, I can't really say that I'm actually using it to my fullest. But yeah, my thing is this: I've still been a really activist for this. Is, you know, the system should be, and I agree with you 100%, geared towards, you know, the kids and then how they learn and this and that. Now, I did use video games. I use video games a lot. I play video games a lot. I still do. But I used them when I was in the military to help with my guys. I used the military aspect, and I think I shared the story with you before. But like with my guys, like when we used to do our training, 'cause I was infantry, for those who didn't know. But we had this thing called Sergeant's Time. It was every Wednesday.
Oh, Sergeant's Time. Yep.
Yeah, every Wednesday afternoon. And you know, we have roughly about 2.5 hours. And we go do different drills, or we just go do extra PT. For those non-military personnel, PT means physical training. But what I used to do for my sergeant time with my guys is that we would go back to my my living quarters, and I had TVs, Xbox. I had a big setup. And what we would do is we'd just get online and play Ghost Recon. And so we play Ghost Recon and Call of Duty. But we'd get into a game room, and we just call out different squad. I'd call out different squad attacks. And they had the headsets on, and we communicate on all the stuff that we worked on. You know, so we'd go in there and just wreck shit. I mean, we'd go in there and just ape bat shit crazy. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we did it. You know, and it helped out because the same stuff I was calling out, and we were calling out as a team, transferred over to when we actually did live exercises with our unit. And so guys already knew the language that we talked. They knew that, you know, we can go in and sit there and call out, you know, hey, we got two freaking insurgents in this room, and guys enter and clear rooms. That's because I use video games mainly because I wasn't trying to do no PT anyways. You know, we did enough of that shit in the morning.
But that does seem like a very one-to-one. It's very easy to translate. You know, it's like you're adapting to you know, whatever situation that you're in. Okay, you're given so much time a week to dedicate to your soldiers. How are you going to utilize that time most efficiently? And you understand that with this emerging technology of video games, that you can do the thing that you could otherwise do out in the field. But in this scenario, it's honed in on exemplifying the communication between your squad members. You know, you're not doing the physical element of it. You're working on the mental health of your unit as a whole. You're making sure there's that cohesion of interaction to make sure that you're all on the same page. So that does translate when you do go out into the field. You know, you want to have a very good, strong communication bond between members.
Well, the thing is about that is, you know what I'm saying, if we're keeping with that that element of it, the thing is that it's important because in any given situation, you may not be able to see each other. There have been times we go down the patrol and we get into a situation where we kind of get split up, but we're right there. The thing is, we can still yell out the commands that need to be yelled out and get guys in position to where not only are we safe, but we're able to, execute the mission that we've been given. So, I mean, I get it. Trust me, I get it. With the whole education thing, and I've always said, kids learn different. They learn different, and you have to have that approach, because it makes no. What doesn't make sense to me. This is what gets me, is that in most cases, yes, the education has changed as far as what's being taught and things like that, but the classrooms, if you got a classroom full of kids, the teacher sitting up front, and you walk into a school and you snap that picture, and then turn around and look at a picture from the 1950s, 60s. Well, you go back to the 30s and the 40s, all the way up. You pretty much will have the same picture, only in color and better quality. Nothing's changed. We got this great we got this technology, and it's great and everything like that. But how it's being taught, the delivery of the teaching has not changed, and that's my issue with the educational system. Is that we may have these kids have Chromebooks. Just about every kid in the school has a Chromebook. They have access to the internet. They can look up stuff. They can do this and that, but it's not being utilized how it really should be, or to its fullest. And I've been to a school where it was completely different. They had open classrooms. They really didn't have desks per se, as in a regular setting. But I walked in a classroom that they had, and the kids didn't have desks. They had big bean bags, and they would sit in their bean bags with their Chromebooks while the teacher was teaching. And the teacher had like one of those things where it was two classrooms, but it was separated by a wall. But that wall was actually a giant whiteboard, and they can move it. So sometimes you can have joint classrooms, because normally what they did was they put two teachers that was basically teaching the same type of material, and they put them side by side. So therefore, you had like a big classroom where the teachers can teach, kids can interact. They had, like I said, I'm not saying you have to make kids are so comfortable, this and that, but it was in a different type of environment, different type of setting, and those kids were doing really well. I mean, their success rate for graduation, and I mean, there was very, very few kids that were actually failing in that school. And this is a middle school. I mean, this wasn't even high school. It was a middle school. They had very few kids failing, but their technology, let me put this, their teaching was in line with the technology. And that's where I think we struggle as a country, as a nation, is because we're still trying to teach. We're teaching new things in the old ways. And that's why a lot of these kids are struggling, because there's nobody. I mean, we're not teaching them in a way they truly understand. It's hard in most cases just to sit a kid in front of a computer, even with a teacher, telling them, hey, this is how we do this, this is how we do this, we how we do that. It's hard to keep their attention for that crap. It's like, dude, do something. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what? If I was a teacher, I'd be like, oh, wait a minute. I was at that time. Oh, hey, Susie, I want you to go there and slap Billy. All right, wake him up. Let's go. All right, come on, everybody. Somebody find a partner and slap him. Something. Body slam a fool. I don't care. Hit him with your Chromebook. Slap him with a desk or something. Something. Do something. Just get up. Do something. Get back to your seat. Let's get back to work. That's all I'm saying.
It's
I'm gonna start a school. I'm starting a school. I'm just gonna start a school. Screw that.
So here's the thing that got me about college, right? Because you meet a lot of interesting people in college. I went for a degree, communications, right? It's pretty universal. That one major can go into very different places, right? Do you want to take your communications degree and do something physical with it? Do you want to work like on radio arrays and stuff like that? Do you want to, go out there and work in broadcasting? Do you want to utilize that for more behind the scenes like PR stuff? Do you want to like filter it into like some sort of marketing job or something? There's a lot of different avenues for a communications degree. It's huge, massive industry, right? How massive is like a liberal arts degree really going to get you? Like, what about a degree in gender studies? Like, is that really going to, like, oh, my degree is in women's studies. And it's like, that's cool, that's noble and everything, but, like, what job realistically are you going to get that's going to afford to pay off that student loan? Like really think about that. There's a lot of things, like, nowadays where it's like, you want to filter everything and you want to keep kids going to college, right? But you're not preparing them to take... Right. That's a huge thing. To get someone that's 18, a fresh adult, and to get them to sign up for a student loan, which is going to be one of the most expensive things that you could ever ask someone to do, is to sign away for that level of responsibility. That, like, we're getting kids going to fucking universities, 4-year universities, and they're signing away for upwards of like $300,000. That, that's a lot of fucking money, but we're perfectly fine. Yeah, we're perfectly fine with kids at that young age. Like, oh yeah, go ahead. We know that, it's like, it's a scam. It's such a fucking scam. Let's break down this scam, okay? You get someone that's 18 years old. They haven't been educated and taught properly about their credit score, about taxes, about fucking, about saving up for the future or anything like that. All that they've been programmed to do is to go to college. Go to college and you'll get a good job, right? Well, all right, so if I do want to get a good job, well, what major should I get? Who cares about that? You're in college now. What job do you want? You don't have to worry about that for years. But while you're in college, it's important what you learn. So we have, women's studies, we have gender studies, we have all these crazy humanitarian things that push forward very progressive things. These are what we need for the future. We need progressive people in the future. These are what you should go for. And it's like, well, that's an interesting class I'd like to take, but I don't know about a major in it. Like, what jobs are in those fields? Don't worry about what jobs are in those fields. Just take the classes. And it's like, no, I want to take something more practical, like communications. Or, hell, even just getting like a master's in English, you can at least translate that to become a professor or a teacher or something, And it's like... Yeah,
and I agree. I think some of these kids do need to get a master's in English because they can't speak English.
The thing is, for me, it's like... I'm all hold on. I'm not, here's the thing. I want to say this correctly, all right? I understand that Sally Mae, like a lot of the banks and a lot of the money that go through colleges and universities and all this stuff, we're talking a lot of money here, okay?
Yeah.
There's a lot of money that goes through this. It's a massive industry. It's huge. But for someone that's 18 years old that doesn't really understand the value of a fucking dollar, to get that person to sign a loan for that exorbitant amount of money and expect them to be able to pay it off, but the degree that they go for, there's no real world job that could pay someone the amount of money to offset the cost of having this massive debt. You see what I'm saying? It's a broken fucking system. We encourage kids to go to school, but the courses that that colleges encourage kids to take have no real world implementation whatsoever. It's a broken system. We're setting kids up for fucking failure, and then we teach them. It's like, all right, now that you're out of school and you have this bachelor's or master's in this fucking career field that does not fucking exist, because there is no career field for fucking women's studies. Let's be practical about it, okay? There's no career field that is going to make you a fucking millionaire that's about gender equality and shit. It's like, these are very good things for us as humanity, it's good information for us to know, to get a different lens from the opposite side, so we can understand, you know, the world as a whole and how we interact with one another. But practically in the workforce, it's useless information. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, it just is what it fucking is.
No, I agree.
So,
Yo,
but then
wait. Let me stop. Let me stop you real quick. What the hell What the hell is even involved in women's studies? Like seriously, like, I mean,
it's basically
because I mean now
history.
I'm really intrigued.
So basically, women's studies is what I remember in college was a lot of the history of where women were and where women are going, and then it's this huge indoctrination of how the whole world is this big, massive, evil place that is designed to keep the woman down. Okay, and I've always called bullshit on that, because this whole 77 cents on the dollar thing is a lie. I don't know if you've ever heard of it before. That women get paid 70 cents on the dollar in comparison to a man. Have you heard of that before?
Yeah, I've heard of that.
All right,
so the reason why I was looking like that is because you said, you know, the world being an evil place to keep the woman down, and I'm like,
so a lot of those things, like gender studies, a lot of those humanitarian classes that deal with like minority groups and try to put them in the limelight, those courses are designed to pinpoint on whichever like minority group or gender group or whatever. They pinpoint on that one, and they just exclusively talk about how disenfranchised that group is. Now, that information might be true. Yes, there are some different minority groups are affected by the world in different ways, and this is true factual information. However, it doesn't matter when it comes to a career field. Okay, like, yeah, I'm glad that we're having an open forum and talking about this stuff, learning about where we came from, seeing the injustices in our system. How about I go to school doing a job in like city planning or something like that, so I can better facilitate how my community adapts to those minority groups and what they might need, you know, help us better for the future. No, colleges don't encourage us to do jobs like that. They encourage us to get degrees that are inherently worthless, so we can't get a fucking realistic job to save our fucking lives, and then we're encouraged to bitch, moan, and complain. And it's like, well, I have this student debt, and I can't even get a job. You should just cancel my student debt. Why don't you go for a fucking degree that's actually worth a damn in the fucking first place? The reason why I feel like college doesn't carry the same weight that it did fucking decades ago is because it doesn't. A lot of people are able to facilitate money, and they're able to be successful without going to college. You know, there are many avenues for someone to, quote unquote, pull themselves up by their bootstraps. People can, there's so many ways in this world that people can make money that do not involve college whatsoever. A lot of the information that we learn in college, you can find the exact same lessons and information for free online anywhere you want. So people like the world that we knew it growing up is not the world that it is today, and people being people have wonderfully adapted to it. So the few people that remain that are indoctrinated, that go into this college system, that get a really shitty degree that's not going to do anything for them, that are then clamoring to Congress like, well, I can't afford my student loan debt. It's the system's fault, because we're encouraged that it's the government's fault, that it's the system's fault, it's the man that's keeping us down, and all that stuff.
Right.
There's something wrong with the education system. Like prime example, when I was in college, one of our teachers, he wrote a book for his class. It was a philosophy class. And so this fucking piece of shit, you had to buy a brand new copy of the book. You had to write in the book, and to turn in your assignments for class, you had to write it in the book on the page that you wanted, rip the page out. This is a $300 philosophy textbook, and he wants us to physically destroy it. He won't allow photocopies. He won't allow... You have to physically use his book. And the reason why he did that is because his books would be destroyed. And so people could not buy a used copy. For the next semester that would come through, they had to buy a brand new copy of the book. And the school allowed that to happen. That's a massive conflict of interest, because it's the teacher's book. He profits hundreds of dollars every time someone buys one of those books, and the school just allowed it. That's the kind of shit that I'm saying that is completely fucking wrong. If you're a teacher and you want to fucking write a textbook, by all means go for it, but the textbook that you teach for your class should not also be one that you wrote. That is a massive conflict of interest. Okay, like it's shit like that. The system,
I agree.
The education system at the college level, college and university level, in and of itself is broken, and there are crazy ways that people are siphoning money off of other groups, all right? It's like, if you're a professor and you want to teach about how fucked up the world is to minorities, but you yourself are doing the exact same thing that is fucked up to minorities, you're a fucking hypocrite, okay? But the system's designed to where, well, he's a professor, he's this man of knowledge. We can't criticize anything that he does, and it's oh my God.
No, I agree completely. I agree completely with that, because I mean it kind of goes back to exactly what I said, because you even said it in your nice little rant there. It's the exact same thing. I mean, we haven't moved on as far as how things are being taught. And the thing that gets me is they're still selecting what gets taught. You know, they don't really talk about, like, number one, like I said, we're talking high school or whatever. They don't really talk about the true effects of slavery. You know, they talk about how, you know, some you know, like, well, yeah, you know, the white man went over and you got slaves from Africa, this and that. But they leave out the fact that there were Africans that were selling their own people into slavery. It was part of a self-preservation. Because if you're coming over to enslave my people, then instead of me getting enslaved, how about I just supply you the slaves?
Yeah. You go capture your enemy.
Aspects of that.
Capture your enemy. Take the strongest of your enemies, sell them off to the white man. Then you get weapons, you get tools, you get supplies, you foster trade, and that becomes your economy. Your economy then becomes the slave trade. And we've seen that centuries into the future. Africa is the state that it's in because historically you had these warlords that imprisoned their enemy factions and then sold them off. And then the most powerful people, the strongest physically able people, the most influential people that remained in those city-states were these warlords. So then you have crazy centuries and decades of just this crazy turmoil because it's all rooted in that one event. Because that historically their economy was based upon that, and then they had to deal with everything going forward. Slavery is a fucking interesting thing for me because it just doesn't seem right at all. Like learning about like the plantations in fucking like Haiti and stuff, and they use slave practices because sugarcane was their economy. Well, the problem is to extract sugar from sugarcane was a very dangerous endeavor, and we're talking like it deals with very high temperatures, and you have to boil off, you have to like siphon out the sugar from the sugar cane, and it is molten mass, and people were getting injured and would die from all this shit. That was their industry. Their industry was entirely designed off of sugar, and no one wanted to make sugar, but if you force people to make sugar, you know, I'm sorry, it's like from the element of like the evangelicalists, right? You had like these plantation owners that were like, oh, well, we're from God and everything, and it's like, well, doesn't it say in the good book to love your neighbor? You're not loving your neighbor by fucking keeping them in chains. You know what I mean? I always felt that was pretty hypocritical. You know, hypocritical. The fact that you would want to preach the word of God, but at the same time, though, you're doing probably one of the biggest injustices that you can on mankind, you know? And that's what fucking gets me.
Let's not get started on the religious thing. That's like a whole other 2-day adventure.
Oh my God. But the thing that gets me, it's like,
I can go off on that.
When these riots happened, George Floyd, I mean, this fucked up stuff, but when they were going around and like destroying and tagging up fucking statues, right? It's like, okay, you want to, like, the statues of Robert E. Lee. Okay, yeah, fuck that dude. Why do we even have statues of him? He fucking lost the war. You know, why do we have statues of this guy? You know, I can understand you guys wanting to go out that. But, like, Ulysses Grant, why are you fucking destroying his statue when he fucking fought for the Union? Why are you destroying statues of Abraham Lincoln? You know, this guy that fucking rallied Congress with the 13th Amendment. Like, why are you going after people that tried to break the chains of slavery? Dude, they're so, like, I understand you want to get rid of the Confederate flag because of its fucked up history. Hey, you know what? Fuck it. They lost the fucking war, so why are we even allowing them? Historically, through you know, history is written by the victor. The Union won, so why do we even allow the South to even maintain any sense of cultural heritage with this fucking backwards ass bullshit? We won. We as a nation won. You know, so why are we allowing that?
I can tell you why. Is because, in that case, they lost the war, but it wasn't like the people that were trying to fight that war went anywhere. They didn't go anywhere. They're still there. They're still here. Now, do I sit there and say everybody that flies a Confederate flag or this and that is a racist? No.
I don't think that's the case necessarily.
I know it's not the case, you know, but once again, even with the Confederate flag, unless you know the complete history, you know, that's because the Confederate flag that you mostly see with most people is not the same Confederate flag that was flown in the Civil War. It's a different version.
Well, it's a Navy flag, that they used
in the war. The flag that they used in that war was not the same flag. You know, there's different versions of that flag, but I get it. I understand. You know, me being black, I get it. For some people, it's an extremely sensitive topic. It's an extremely sensitive thing to deal with. But once again, me being black, and I know I said that a couple times, but I got to make sure people understand I'm black. Like, slavery bothered me, but it hasn't bothered me to the point where I say, oh, I deserve reparations. Number one, why? I don't believe I did. I would sit there and say I deserve reparations. I didn't go through slavery. I didn't experience any of that. You know, yes, it's part of history, but it's not part of my history.
So,
you know what I'm saying? It has something. But I'm saying it has something to do with me, but it doesn't have anything to do with me because we are so far removed from it. You know, and that's the problem. To me, that's the problem with the nation. We take something and we just beat it like a dead horse, and it continues to go on. If they want to talk about, well, we need to do these things to ensure that there's no more, you know, we protect people's rights and we do away with racism, this and that. Okay, then move on from it. Call out those that are being racist. Call out the KKK. Call out those white supremacist groups. Call them out. Hold them accountable for the things that they're doing. Make sure that stops. And once that part stops, everything else will start to subside. Because now you don't have a current president with the racism and the groups that are racist. Because those groups, like I said, back in the Civil War, even though they lost, the South lost, the people were still there.
Yeah.
Those teachings never changed. Nothing's changed. And, you know, and that's what a lot of people, like I don't like using this term, but whatever. That's why a lot of people in white America, you know, are still confused about. I don't give a damn who you are. I don't give a damn what the hell's going on. My thing is this. If you even remotely, and I mean remotely, had an issue or question the whole George Floyd thing. Let's just talk about the George Floyd thing. You know, because to me, that was just the pinnacle. That was one of the things that was just the icing on the cake as far as the whole racism thing goes. To me, that was the whole that right there was the whole thing in a nutshell. If you even have a remote type of rebuttal as far as, well, and I've heard this said, well, you know, he was a criminal anyways, you know, like he was this great guy, you know, I don't know why people are trying to march and fight for this guy when he was a criminal, this and that. It's not the fact of what he did in his past. It's the fact that he was a human being that had another human being kneeling on his neck to the point where he couldn't breathe and he died. That's the problem. It's not a problem of race at this point in time. It's a problem of moral. It's a problem of standards. This is a problem. It's a human race problem. It's not a black-white race problem. It's a human race problem. And that's what is going on in America. That's what's always going on in America. Whether it's dealing with the black people, whether it's dealing with Mexicans, whether it's dealing with the Indians, the Native Americans, it doesn't matter. We're all human beings. And like I said, and I've said this before, the only people that have a right to this country are the Native Americans. Because this was their country. This was not white country. This was not black country. This was not Mexican country. I don't know. They might have still been coming across the border back then. I don't know. Don't care. I really don't care. The thing is this is Native American land. You know, and for people to sit there talking about, well, we gotta make the nation great again, make it great again. My question is this: when in history has this country ever really been great? Because we've never treated people equal. We've never. There's always been a class that has always thought that they were better than somebody else. So yeah, you tell me
that's who we should rally against.
As this American. That's my thing. I don't give a damn about racism. I don't, because people are idiots. People are stupid. They're gonna believe what they want to believe. Whatever. If you're a racist, that's fine. I'd rather you be an open racist and be an open racist to my face than try to act like you're my friend and you're calling me the N-word and everything else behind my back. Because I'm telling you right now, and I'm anybody listening or watching, if you are one of those people, and I hear that you calling me the N-word behind my back, let's believe we're going to have a conversation. Now, when I say we're going to have a conversation, I ain't saying we having a conversation. There ain't going to be no words exchanged. Except for, hey, somebody better go ahead and call this fool an ambulance.
All right, so
my thing is,
I gotta...
Go ahead.
No, I got a few takeaways from that. So first and foremost, the whole topic of reparations, I've kind of always been against it because, yeah, you're right, that the only race that you could say that has a claim to this land would be the Native Americans. However, let's say that, like, okay, Congress approves reparations. All right, well, let's really, like, do a map of this. How far back does this go, right? So my biological mom, we don't know who her dad was, right? The rumor in my family is that he was a black dude, but none of us have had DNA testing, so none of us know for sure. If you saw pictures of my
I knew there was a reason why you and I got along, man. I knew there was a reason why we got
well, that's along. The thing. So if you look at pictures of my biological mom, she's now you're gonna hate me for this. She got the nappy hair and all that shit. So it's kind of like what Elizabeth Warren said. It's like, oh, my grandma said I have high cheekbones. So fucking Pocahontas. Anyway.
So your cheekbones be smoking or something? That's why they high? You got cheekbones from smoking? That's why they high like that? I mean,
so the thing is, like, let's say you did reparations, right? So let's say hypothetically that my biological grandfather was black. So do I get a cut of that? Do I get like a small dividend cut because as far as my blood is concerned? Or... You know, like, what's the ruling for reparations? And then more so to the point, how far back are you going to go with reparations? Are we only going to go back to the end of the Civil War and start from there? Or are we going to go back historically to when the fucking Mayflower landed and we're also going to parcel out reparations to the Native Americans as well? Like, how far back does this really go? And just like you said, to presently today, we are so far removed from the world at that current state that it really shouldn't apply to us today. You know.
And see, that's what I mean, and to me, and like I said, that's why I don't know, because I mean, to your point, it's just like, you know, with the Native American, you know, and I can't remember what the percentage is that you have to have in your blood, in order to get that, those, because I mean, I don't know what all the ins and outs of that is, as far as, you know, the privileges they get. I mean, I don't know if I want to call it privileges, but of the crap. I don't know what I'm trying to say. All I know is that you have to have a certain percentage, you know, within your bloodline or whatever, to get the same things that, you know, that the full-blooded Native Americans are getting. So I would say it would definitely, if they did that, it'd be in the same realm of that, as far as how they're going to do it. To me, like I said, the Native Americans is one thing, and I could say, even if it was, you know, if you're talking about, blacks, I would say it would just depend on, number one, their age, and how close they were to being a slave, or slavery, or whatever, however you want to word it. What, I don't know, whatever. But the thing is, like I said, and like you also reiterated, you're so far removed from it. It's like, why? Like, and I know I'm probably gonna have some black people are gonna watch this and be like, "Oh my God, you're just such an Uncle Tom, this and that." But why
Uncle
are you
Tim,
so mad?
as we call it here.
Yeah, Uncle Tim. Yeah, yeah. But my question is, and I've asked this of black people I've had this conversation with, and my question is, why are you so mad? Now I can understand. Now if somebody's being racist towards you, okay, yes, you have every right to be mad. But when you start talking about slavery, when you start talking about something that happened to people that you've never even met, but you're talking as if you were there, as if you were in that whip to your back. You know what I'm saying? As if they were saying, they were saying, you know, what's your name, boy? And they hitting you with that whip, and you the one saying Kunta Kinte. You know what I'm saying? But the master behind it is saying, no, your name is Toby. The master gave you a good name. Your name is Toby. Like, fool, your name ain't Toby. Your name is...
This like podcast is brought to you by Roots.
Tim, not Toby. Yeah, I know, right? You know, like, what roots you talking about? You talking about the roots in your head? Are you talking about the roots in your hair? You talking about the roots in the garden you just planted? What is you talking about? You've never even remotely touched what those people, that group of people, went through. That's like that'd be like me saying, because I don't know, I have somebody in my family married a Jewish person, and therefore, because they married a Jewish person, now I'm a full-pledged expert, and I'm a survivor of the Holocaust. You know, I mean, do you get what I'm saying? It's
I feel you.
That's what really irritates me when it comes to this whole thing. Like I said, if you're talking present day racism, if you're talking present day police brutality, if you're talking about present day, all the stuff that's going on, that is one thing. That's something you're experiencing. That's something you can see. That's something you can physically put your hands on. That is something I can get behind if you're talking about stuff like that. But when people start talking about slavery as if they went through slavery, that's when I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and hit that blunt you just hit one more time. Take your ass to sleep. Okay? You need to go to sleep. So, you need a nap.
So check this out. There's another takeaway that I got from your little ramble, and that is affirmative action in and of itself is racist. And that's something I've always believed. So,
I've said that before too. Yes, I've said that before.
So let's take a look at the military, right? The military, when you go from E6 to E7, you have to there's a special board, and you have to be chosen, and there's all these different criteria, right? It's not like I have enough points, I go to the next level. No, you have to be assigned, And part of the criteria for going from E6 to E7 in your job field, so if you take a look at 92 Golf or 11 Bravo, it's like, okay, so 11 Bravo, right? How many E7s do we slots? How many slots are open? Oh, there's a whole bunch of slots. Okay, the priority of those slots go towards diversity hires, right? So if you check a box as far as any kind of ethnic background, you are put higher up on the list.
Yeah,
that in and of itself is racist. You're prioritizing this huge promotion, but you're incentivizing someone based upon their race. Someone's race doesn't say whether or not they're going to be a good platoon sergeant. You know what I'm saying? It's like there are far more deserving people that have far better accreditations, but they don't get a second look because they don't check the box for that particular race. It's like, oh, well, in your MOS there are too many black E7s, so we're going to give it to this Asian dude because they're underrepresented. And it's like, why can't we give it to the person, the E6 with the most experience, the most accreditations, the most bronze stars? Let's give it to someone that's been in the shit with us, that checks the realistic boxes. There's someone that's been in firefights, someone that's led platoons, just as like in a standing capacity, like something. Not just to someone that looks good on a fucking resume. Just as far as, like how diverse this hire is, as opposed to, oh, this person can actually do the job based upon their experience. That's the shit that fucking gets me. And so if you look at the NCAA or CP, you know what I'm talking about, right? The not NCAA, the NCAPP, or it's like
NCAAPP.
I don't remember what it's called. It's like Al Sharpton's like involved with it and shit.
Look, man, I'm black. I don't even follow that crap, man.
All right, so there was this chick. She was like the fucking president of the fucking Blacks for America, or whatever the fucking thing is called, right? This chick was not black at all. Like, she was telling people that she was black. She did her hair like she was black. She went and got tans. She was white as fuck. Like, we're talking like her family probably owned land back in the Civil War era. We're talking that pasty white.
What?
How did this woman get to this position?
Yeah, I remember that story.
Because she identified as black. So on all of her college submissions and everything, she just wrote down that she's black. So if the paper trail for her to get to where she was at was just a giant lie. Is she black? No, not even a little bit. But she did her hair, she dressed the way, she talked the way, and then she just told people that she's black, and then everyone was like, okay. But then it came out, and people asked her, like these reporters asked her, it's like, we've seen your family, and none of your family's black. I mean, are you black? And this is what she said. Well, I identify as black. What? No, you can't just identify with a racial group and then say that that's the group that you are. You have none of their lived experiences, okay? So the fact that you're in this position, this job field that is completely designed to help people of that minority rise up in the system and have a better shot at equity in this world, the fact that you as a white woman have lied just to get the affirmative action hire for this position, I mean, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's so fucked up, man. But it was okay,
Well, my thing is, that's like me saying, well, I identify as being a billionaire. It don't fucking mean my bank account has got $1 billion in it, though. Hey, but you know what? That's the same kind of shit that you see when it comes to a lot of these youth and these other things, where you get these little boys and girls. You get these little boys. Well, I identify as being a female, so I should be able to go use the women's restroom. Ooh. Or I identify myself as a boy. I should be able to do this, and that. And it's like, it's one of the times where I wish my grandma was alive, because then they could just pay her to like be a special task force just to go around and slapping the shit out of kids and parents, for allowing stupid shit like that. I'm just, I mean, and a lot of it's because you'll see parents where, they have a daughter, but, it was one of those things where they secretly wanted a boy. So then they treat that little
Mm.
girl as a boy. And therefore they grow up identifying as a boy. Or because, they wanted a girl, but they have a son and they treat him that way. So now all of a sudden he starts identifying as, a girl. It's like, and you probably would know this better than me,
Yeah.
because you're definitely the intellect of the group.
Yeah, I
Um,
guess.
at what age does the brain recognize if you like girls or if you like boys, and vice
Pretty
versa?
pretty early on. Like I knew when I was pretty young that there's something special about the female body. You know what I mean? And even with my boys, I'm not one of those super progressive guys that's like, "Oh, we don't gender our children. We let them decide whenever they want." No, my boys are fucking boys. It's just how it is. But at the same time though, you know, kids are kids and they can play with whatever fucking toys they want, right? So prime example,
Yeah, I agree.
Tristan, growing up, he had toy trucks, cars, and all this stuff. But he also had a bunch of Ashley's toys from when she was a kid. Because, she kept her toys from when she was a kid. So, Tristan, he's played with Barbie dolls and stuffed animals and girly shit too, right? And it's like,
Right.
because to him, they're just toys and he's just playing pretend or whatever, right? Tristan's a boy,
Right.
boy, 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 boy. Man, there is not a feminine bone in that guy's body. He's a boy through and
Right.
through. He loves getting muddy. He loves, running around, causing a ruckus, all that stuff, all the typical boy things. We gave him an opportunity to lean towards a more feminine toy. When he plays with the female toys, he's basically, here's the Barbie doll, here's the semi truck. Very boy, a very boy way of playing with a female toy. You know what I'm saying? And that was his
He acts
choice.
like he's been married before.
But he's that it's like ingrained into him. Like we didn't like try to convince him like to act one way or another. We're like, Tristan, just be whoever the hell you want to be, and that's who he is. And he's inherently a boy because that's ingrained into him. So boys know relatively early on what gender they're gonna like gravitate towards, and same thing with girls. The issue where it gets messy is when those because when you're a kid, it's hard to express yourself, right? Especially to a grown up. So when those wires are crossed and you don't know how to like tell people about that, you could grow up feeling ostracized. And there are some groups that like the whole pray the gay away or whatever. There are entire subsections of America that, like, oh, being gay is such a bad thing. And it's like, look, man, the way I see it with my boys, if any of my boys turn out to be gay, well, it's like, well, I guess I got to make another one, because it's like, I don't, like, here's the thing. I don't want my boys to be gay, right? I want them to get married and have kids of their own one day. I would love that. But if it just so happened that either of my boys were gay, I'm not going to care one way or another. All that means for me is I need to have another one to make sure that they can continue on my family line. That's the massive inconvenience there. More incentive for me to get busy, as it were.
It is what it is. I mean, in that sense, I'm the same way. Okay, like I grew up in a church household, Pentecostal, Bible thumping, Bible God fearing, childhood. But my thing is this: when it comes to all that, and I'll tell somebody, I've had people say, "Oh, you believe in the Bible and everything." Like, yeah, you believe in God and everything. Yeah. So you believe because I'm gay, I'm going to hell? I was like, well, if I'm telling you I believe in the Bible, it says in the Bible, it's what is it? It's damnation under God's eyes. It's an abomination. Okay, that's what it says in the Bible. Now, am I going to sit there and get up in somebody's face and tell them, "Oh, you're gay, so you are going to hell"? No, I'm not. You know, my thing is, in the end of the day, number one, it's whatever you believe in. You know, if it's whatever you believe in. You know, if you don't believe in the Bible, don't worry about it. Die and find out. You know what I'm saying?
Die and find out.
Die and find out.
What happened to your video?
That's what I tell people.
Is your phone dying?
Uh-huh.
Your video's gone.
What?
This should be wonderful for the audio only listeners. So Tim's video's gone. I can't see him. Oh well.
Is my video still on Discord?
I can hear you on Discord.
My phone. What the heck? I mean.
Oh well. No one needs to look at that ugly ass mug anyway.
I can still see me on Discord. Okay, whatever. Just roll with it.
Yeah, just roll with it.
Yeah, it was roll with it. Gives me time to change my clothes. Anyway, not playing. But anyways, I mean, that's why I tell somebody, it's like, you know what, if you don't believe in the Bible, that's fine. I'm not gonna sit there and debate with you and tell you why you should. But I'll tell somebody, like, you know, like I'll tell anybody else, you know what I'm saying? It's almost, you know, it's like one of those things where, you know, you'll find out what the truth is when you die. You know, you don't know.
True.
No one really knows. It is what it is. You know, we can end up dying and finding out everything we were taught as far as religion was a bunch of crap. We can sit there and we can die and we can find out that everything that was taught about religion was true. There is a heaven. There is a hell. You know, you have the angels watching over you. God's, you know, masterminding everything that goes on behind the scenes. You don't know. But the thing about it is, it's all about belief. It's all about what you believe in. It's the same thing with everything else. You know, it's like anything else I tell any young person. You know, you can have your parents, you know, telling you everything, you know, what's right, what's wrong, trying to get you to keep doing the right things, this and that. But then at the end of the day, you know, once you get out on your own, now it's your life to decide what you're going to do with it. Now, you can sit there, once again, like the Bible, you can believe what they're telling you is going to happen if you continue down the path you're going, or you cannot. But get out and find out. Once you find out, you know what I'm saying? Don't come crying at me talking about, well, you think I can? No, fool, don't talk about coming to move back in. Don't come to me asking me for no money. You know what I'm saying? Now, I you know, if I can help you out, I'm going to help you out. You know, I'm not one of those parents who say, oh, you was just a straight dick when you was at the house. I ain't never doing nothing else for you. But I'll tell any one of my kids, you know, and I tell them this, you know, I will definitely tell them this. It's the same thing my grandma told me. How you leave is going to determine if and when you come back to this house if something goes wrong. If you leave talking about, you know, screw you, I don't want to listen to you, I ain't got to do nothing you say, guess what? Don't come asking me if you come stay with me.
Yeah, don't come
because
back.
The thing is that the rules are going to be the same. Because I'm going to be the same. I'm not changing just because you don't got older. Especially if you continually acting the same way you acting. Yo, you can screw that. Matter of fact, if I see you again, I'm gonna treat you like a stranger on the streets, and I'm knocking you smooth the fuck out. We don't blow. As soon as I see you, I'm like, you know what? That motherfucker still owe me $5.
All right, so
hold my beer.
There's so much to talk about. There's always so much to talk about. One last thing, going back to the whole affirmative action thing. There was a guy that wrote a book about how he was able to take advantage of affirmative action to better his slot in life. So this guy was Indian. Indian, like dot, not feather, right? This Indian dude, he's in America, applying to
red
colleges.
Red dot, not feather. Yeah, Jay-Z rapped about that.
Yeah, really hard for him to kind of get into school because of paying for it. But he learned that there was a lot of grants, there was a lot of scholarships for African Americans. So he just put down that he's black, and because his skin color is dark as fuck, no one questioned him on it. But he's Indian.
Wait a minute.
He's Indian.
Wait. Wait. Why is it every single time? You know, that's funny to me because everybody always want to talk about not being a black man, but they always seem to want to put in wanting to be black when it benefits them.
Yeah, like, right.
They get the scholarship. They think, well, I can get more scholarship being African American than I can being white or being my race or whatever I am. So You got some woman that's doing the black job, but the NAACP. You got this dude trying to getting in the cops, trying to say he's black.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's what gets me. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's just that's kind of like a prime example of like someone that was like, well, if I tell them that I'm black, then I'll get these benefits, so I might as just fucking well do it, you know. And I mean, hey, more power to the guy. He fucking utilized the system against it, and it's like, I mean, hell, like, what do you mean? Am I black? Are we talking about my skin color? Yeah, but are we talking about ethnically? I'm from India, you know, like, you know what I mean? So like what are we talking here exactly? You know, so I think fuck it, man. If you can utilize the fucked up system that we have to show why our system is broken and benefit from it, then by all means, fucking go for it. You know, because at the end of the day, it's like we as citizens are allowing this shit to happen. We allow these loopholes to exist in the world, and some people fucking utilize these loopholes to their finest. Others just don't give a shit. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I 100% agree with that. I mean, that's the reason why, you know, I mean, if you would actually break down all the laws that are in America, in each state, each town, each city, whatever, there are so many laws that are still on the books that have nothing to do with what's going on now. There's a law, and this one just floored me, and I laughed so hard because at the time I was about to go through a divorce.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, I need to move to Texas because there's a law in Texas. I can't remember which town it is now. It's been a while, but it's still on the books. They still haven't changed it to this day. But there's a certain day on each month that as a man, you can take your wife to the courthouse steps and beat the living shit out of her, and the law can't touch you. Baby Yoda. But the law can't touch you. That's actually still on the books.
Those are all over America. Those are referred to as blue laws. Laws that never went away, that are still technically there. You know, there are still sundown towns in America. From the legal element, technically the town's charter still says you're allowed to do this. We never got rid of it, kind of thing.
Right.
So if they wanted to enact it, I guess they could, because, you know, then you would just go through the legal ramifications of fighting against it, you know, through the state legislature and, you know, the state Supreme Court and all that shit. But that's why people just kind of ignore it entirely.
Yeah, and I don't know. I guess it just floors me because people always talk about, well, you know, we got to fight for equal rights. We got to stand up and well, how about number one, do some history research. How about you actually see what's actually going on? You know, actually see what's going on, and then say, you know what are the actual laws in the community that I live in? Like, what are the actual laws there? You know, and then once you look at those laws, look at what's the state's laws? Oh crap! Well, hell, what's the country's laws really? You know, because I mean, even the Constitution, even though there's some great amendments in there, there's also some amendments that should have probably been changed because of the context in which they were written.
True.
You know, and that's the thing, is that it's a different country. You're talking basically when that happened, there were really only a few groups of races, and that's nothing against me. Please do not get me started on this. But America's really the only country that defines their people in race.
Yeah.
If you go to someplace like Great Britain, you know, there's not black Brits, there's not white Brits, there's not Native American Brits, there's not, you know what I'm saying, Spanish Brits. If you're British, you are British. If you're German, you are German. You are a countryman. There is no race. America is the only country, to my knowledge, I'm just going to say to my knowledge, that actually defines people by race. Just putting it out there.
Wide words of wisdom. Okay, so this is the part of the podcast where we try to like bring things down to a close. So you guys should definitely leave us a message with questions, comments, concerns. This is the part of the podcast where we like to hear from you guys, and we will impart our wisdom and life knowledge onto you the best that we can. Don't have enough.
Oh, I do have one complaint.
Oh, okay. What is it?
You know, I just think it's fucked up how on this YouTube shit, my screen is black, like I'm showing my asshole or something.
Huh?
I think that's some
bullshit. That's. I don't know why I can't see your Why
I'm just waiting for somebody to comment on there. Hey, why don't you smile, buddy? Let me see the whites of your eyes. I wish you motherfuckers would. I don't come to this damn computer.
I don't know why I can't see your camera. I don't know why it closed out. Maybe it's having to strain itself from looking at you
now
for
you're
too long.
Gone.
Now I'm gone?
Fuck, I don't know, dude.
I don't know. All right,
now you
so
just pop back up.
This is like, you know, the wonderful technical difficulties that we get to experience with this. So, hooray. But yeah, this is the part of the podcast where we kind of open up the forum to, you know, offer life advice based upon our experiences, and let's try to, you know, do our whole group therapy thing and help one another out. It could be anything. Relationship questions are probably the best because those are probably going to have the most comedic answers. But no one's left a voicemail for us yet, so it's out there. We'll put it in the link below. And obviously, definitely check out the Patreon. It's another great way to hit us up. You can also DM us on Instagram, Twitter, you know, wherever, all those links. You can find me at MaceValor pretty much anywhere on the internet. MaceValor for my YouTube channel, Twitter, Instagram, you name it. That's where you guys can find me. And Tim, where can they find you and what you're going to be doing?
Oh, fuck that. I ain't giving no information out, man. That's the old child support. Now, you can find me on Instagram at what is it? Oh, actually, speaking of that, Instagram. I actually and I you know what? I knew I forgot to tell you something. This was it. So you get to hear it along with the rest of the listeners.
I'm listening.
So we actually now have an Instagram page for the show.
Oh yeah.
That has been created. And so you
I don't know.
MT Real Talk .mt, and that's of course Real Talk Monty and Tim. So we've got an Instagram page. I didn't do it like a Twitter or anything like that. We do also have. You can also email us at. Let me pull it up because I completely forgot what it was. Okay, so it's not on there. So bear with me one sec. And I'll send you all that information too. But you can also email us at Real Talk Podcast 216. I had to throw 216 on there because you know it's amazing how many Real Talk Podcast emails.
Why don't you just do Real Talk Podcast MT?
Because that was even taken.
Oh my god! Or RTMT Podcast.
I don't know. It's created. Shut the fuck up. Anyways, Real Talk Podcast 216 at Gmail. So you can send us emails. You can hit us up on Instagram. Monty and I will discuss and try to figure out what other platforms we want to try to incorporate as well.
Nice.
As far as that's concerned, if you want to hit me up, you can always hit me up at my coaching email, which is actually no, screw that. You can hit me up on on my other email, which is retiredarmysgt216 at gmail.com. That's retired army sgt216@gmail.com.
Yeah. So.
Hold up, Humbard just.
Oh, what? Does he have a question for the show? Is that? Are we getting a live question?
No.
What'd he say?
What? Oh, okay. So I was saying earlier in the show, I was four locos and working on my sixth, and so JB was like, fuck, I live with you on post. And he said he left me on post. I don't fucking remember. I don't remember. I was drunk a lot. Anyways, he said that night at the trap house, he said he drove us to the liquor store. We got a gallon of wild Irish Rose. I kind of remember that. It was like $6 of change. Then we threw someone through that wall. That's right. We threw someone through that wall. That's what it was. We actually got into it with somebody at the house, at the apartment, the trap, and we actually threw somebody through the wall. That's how the wall got completely demolished. So yeah. Thanks for clarifying that. I don't know. I was at a drunken stage majority of the time during that. So yeah. But anyways, it is what it is. That's neither here or there now. But yeah, those are some platforms you can hit us up on. So yeah.
All right, so yeah, please send us anything and everything that you guys can, because we love having a nice, in-depth, interesting conversation with y'all. And if you guys need life advice, we're here to give it to you. It may not be the best advice in the world, but hey, that's not what you're paying for. You're paying for the entertainment factor, okay? We are not licensed therapists, and we should never be. Not with some of the shit that we've seen. All right, so anything else before?
From us than you would a therapist.
Yeah, true. That's the thing, man. I hate like the therapists. They just like they sit there and they nod. They don't really tell you anything. And it's like, wow, you're fucked up. Okay, come back next week. And that's just like that. They just want to keep you coming back, keep you coming back. It's like, are you ever gonna fix me? Like, are we ever gonna like figure out like what my major function is? Well, it's a self journey. It's like, oh, it's a self journey. Like I need to find out on my own. Absolutely. Okay, bye. No. You find out through here. Yeah, right? Like, that's the thing with the VA,
my thing is that I just cut to the chase. I go in there and I look, I don't want to be here. You don't want to be here. Just give me the fucking drugs. Sign off on the script for me to get some weed. Let's go with it. All right? I'll see you in 2 months.
So here's the deal with the VA. It's that you can go through My Healthy Vet, and you can have access to all your medical records. So I go on My Healthy Vet, and I can see all the notes that my therapist put down. So I can see that they're not really paying attention to the things that I'm telling them. I can see that they probably put down like oh, let's put down a couple like buzzwords that he said, and then kind of leave it at that. It's like you're leaving all the context. You're not really listening to the stories that I'm telling you. You don't really give a shit. You know, you can never remember my fucking name, you know, because it's like, oh, come back next month. Oh, who are you again? Like, oh, I'm such and such. Oh, let me pull up your file. Oh yeah, this fucking guy. Okay, yeah, go ahead, start talking, and we'll run the clock out. These assholes, man. That's why this.
I honestly think my therapist goes and sees a therapist after I come and speak to her. I really think that. I believe that.
It's like you give your therapist PTSD from all your sessions. It's like, I can't believe someone like this is actually roaming around. Yeah. You know? All right.
Yeah. I'm like, it's just like, I remember one time she asked me, she's like, cause I was talking about one of my drunken fits of rage that I had when I was still in the military. And, you know, I told her, like, yeah, this is how much I used to drink. You know, I'd go get a fifth of JD, and it'd be gone in a day or two.
Oh, damn.
And, like, she looked at me and was like, "How are you still alive?" I was
Like, that's a
"You
good ass question.
Liver cancer alone.
It's a good ass question.
I ask myself that every morning when I wake up. I
How
ask
am I
myself
even here?
that same question every morning when I wake up. Like, you're still here? Like, holy shit.
All right.
But yeah, it is.
Tim, it's been real. As always, I've been oh so glorious and beloved MaceValor.
And I am the other host, Batman, Robin, Superman. Damn it, I am the lovable, dangerous, but very, very sexually and mysterious Birdman / Dickie Simpkins. It's been real, y'all.
All right, as always, bye. We'll end it like that.
Deuces.
And then I'll go back through and clean everything up. So, hooray!
All right, bet.
Oh shit. Okay, so yeah, I do have to get off and everything because I gotta get mic'd down. That was a good show, man. So I'll clean everything up.
It was a great show. I like
Get it out tonight. Where's mine?
Yeah, I don't know what, because like on the YouTube, it's still trying to act like it's my video's trying to connect.
Yeah, it's so weird. I'll work it out. I'll figure it out. But
like I can see your video and I can see my video on Discord.
Yeah, I can't see you though for whatever reason.
So I don't know if it's just the internet thing or you can't see me on Discord either.
I can't see you on Discord. It just says that it's trying to load. So, but we'll work it out in the future. So, all right. So
shit.
I'm glad that we were able to sit here and do this. And fingers crossed next week we can do this a little bit better. This week was a little janky. I'm blaming Stephanie for it. I even told her, I hit her up and I was like, hey, if you can't make it, I'm totally cool. I just need to know ahead of time. And she never wrote me back. It's like,
right.
The fucking bitch left me on scene. Oh my god. Like, that's the shit that gets me. I hate being left on scene.
Ooh. You tell her next time she does that shit, I'm coming up there and I'm gonna kick her in her fucking ovaries.
All right, man. I'll message you this shit uploaded, okay?